We have a saying in this family that we haven't come this far to just come this far. And that usually spells a lot of trouble for us. Here we go, it's on board! Woo! We got ourselves a fish! We're only running on one engine and we don't have a good fuel transfer system, so we only have the fuel that's in the tank for the port engines.
Around 3 o'clock in the morning, we have lightning on this side and off this corner. If there is anything we have come to know about being in this travel life for as long as we have, it's that change is always happening, whether you know it or not, and whether you like it or not.
So we might be going to the food bar, we might not, we don't know yet. If we do, it'll be coming up like right now.
And survival is 100% based on how well you can adapt and move on.
You tired, mister?
No.
I like to think that we're better people for all the experiences we have undergone since traveling.
Largo. Largo, time to wake up. Largo.
Our eyes have been opened to how great this world is and what is possible, regardless of what everyone else says. Oh, I haven't had glitter in so long. One of my friends. You should wear them up to sushi. Join us as we head to Colombia on what is known to be one of the most challenging passages in the Caribbean. All right, cool. All right, this is all about problem solving, right?
Yep.
We're still newbies. Plus, we address a question that is asked by almost everyone who comes onto Friendship. When we first put this up months and months and months ago, we got several emails, not several, a lot of emails from people saying, does someone on your boat identify with being LGBTQ+? Thank you so much to our patrons whose support make these episodes possible.
Table for three?
Table for three.
Today's Largo's first day of school. Well, first day that we're celebrating for school. Largo and Avalon have both had, if you guys have been following us for a while, you know that we've been always celebrating the first day of school. Not just with a ceremonial photo that everyone puts on social media, but we like to do things a little bit different because, well, that's us.
I think I might have outdone myself this year.
What is that?
It's not, what? It's not clear what it is.
It looks like
okay.
The ocean floor. What?
So every year, our back to school hat that we make for the kids has some sort of theme of where we are in the world. And so this one is an ocean theme since we are living on the ocean. It's just, so guys, look, this is just a styrofoam half moon that I got at Michael's in the US, and then I got all these decorations there and I painted it and glued them on, and let's go surprise it.
Under the sea, under the sea.
You gotta wear it. Outdone myself this year.
Oh my god.
Oh, part of the sea is falling in your dinner plate. What do you think? I don't know how well it's glued on. I can see some things kind of, well, this looks like something that's
oh my gosh, you look like Doc in Back to the Future.
I was just saying, it looks like something that's gonna teleport him to another land.
You know, you kind of spoiled it. You were like, oh, it's a styrofoam hat without.
Into the drink. Good morning from Curaçao. It is now 4:58 in the morning and we're leaving. We're leaving Curaçao for like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time. I can't count how many times we left this country. This time we're leaving and fingers crossed, not coming back for a while. We're heading for Colombia. It's super exciting because it'll be the first time our boat reaches South American shores. It's only gonna be 3 of us leaving. So it's also a dark departure for us too. Grabbing the last of the laundry.
Yeah, I'm half awake. I gotta wake up. I'm not used to these early morning sails. We were gonna leave last night, but we were just so incredibly tired that we didn't want to start off the sail that tired. So we took a 4-hour nap and here we are. And I'm ready to leave Curaçao. We've been here for a while.
Okay, you ready? Okay, go ahead, Jess, slowly. Slowly? Yeah.
So this will be the first time in a long time that we have left a marina spot with less than 4 of us managing the process. Think about it. If you have the hands, you're going to use them. Usually it was 1 of us at the helm, 2 managing the lines, and the final person with a fender in the hand to keep us out of trouble, just in case. But now that Avalon is no longer in Friendship, we have to manage with just the 3 of us, which means no roving fender and no room for error.
Okay, go ahead, Jess. Completely off? Yeah, go ahead.
It's amazing how when you change the scenario just a little, it can totally make you feel like a brand new sailor again. But with the right amount of patience and a confident crew, we managed just fine. With that, we were on our way to Colombia just before sunrise.
All right, so with the 2 of us...
2 of us?
Well, 2 of us on the lines, we did okay. How do you feel about that, Jess? A little stressed? You're okay.
Any spinnaker weather on this trip or no?
Do you really want to do the spinnaker with the three of us?
No, I hate the spinnaker.
There you go.
Every time the spinnaker goes up, it's a beautiful sail, but anytime it goes up, we drop it. We don't drop it. Something breaks on it every single time, right? Well,
we'll be okay.
but
right
is
now,
it spinnaker weather or no?
it could be. I mean, right now it's anything goes weather because we only got 6 knots of wind. So we're gonna see if we can just get some motor sailing going on for a little while until we get out there. And then it should gust up to about 17 knots. So then it's anything goes weather.
You're a little bit silhouetted with like a hint of light on your cheek, and it looks cute.
Do I look
so
elegant?
you look elegant. So I'm not going to retake this for better lighting.
Okay, there you go. Curaçao is one of those islands that we have to put into our memory banks for a long time because we're here for 6 months. I feel like this is going to go into the archives of friendship for a while.
I don't know how special Curaçao is going to be since we've been sweating our ass off here.
All I know is that they had lightning fast Wi-Fi at the marina, so
that was nice.
I will always have fond memories of that Wi-Fi.
This is to be a multi-day sail from Curaçao to Santa Marta, Colombia. We are really excited to see how we do on this one. We've been flat out for the last several months, getting Avalon to Spain for her last APs, having a guest come on board, and then finally launching Avalon to university. The 3 days for the passage is going to be a welcome relief to the grind as we won't have cell phone service and we can just focus on being the three of us. But no matter what, we're still taking this sail seriously. So I have a very, very serious question for you, Captain Sparrow.
Tell me.
I don't understand, why do we have so much extra water? You provisioned with the water like we're going to Africa, right?
Well, we do what we always do. We fill up the water tanks before we go, and that's fine. And we carry, now that we're only 3 of us, enough water to last us a long time. We have about 400 liters of water. But I also filled up the extra jerrys because Curaçao water is so good. I'm gonna miss Curaçao water. We only have a 380-mile trek ahead of us, so it's about 3 days around there, give or take, depending on how fast we go.
We can shower then.
We could shower.
We could do a little
We definitely could
longer if
shower,
we wanted to.
and with the engine going, you can have a hot shower too.
But for 3 days, I guess you're not even going to change your clothes once, are you?
Maybe. Let's see what happens.
We're dirty sailors. So Will's talking about the water, I'm going to talk about the food. And we're not really a pink and blue kind of separate the jobs in anything in our life, but I'm finding more on the boat, we're taking more traditional roles, just because I'm dealing with the schooling and our business as well. And my pink jobs, not every pink job, but my pink jobs seem to be a little less time consuming than Will's. So food, here we go. We're keeping it simple, guys. We are on a serious detox because we ate all the things in the US, all the things. So many things that Will says he put on 7 pounds, and I put on a lofty 10 pounds. Every bagel I saw, I ate. So we're doing hummus. I've cut up some cucumbers, some carrots, nice easy things that we can just pull out and eat. I did a cold pasta salad, a red sauce for noodles, cut up the cantaloupe and a bunch of other fruit. We'll probably make smoothies underway. We're pretty healthy eaters to begin with, but we're really getting healthy on this trip because we just feel absolutely disgusting.
I think bringing us back to the boat brings us back to basics.
Right.
That's just
exactly.
That's basically nothing.
Exactly.
There you go.
You know what makes the sailor cranky? Well, I think it makes all sailors cranky.
No wind.
No wind.
Okay, so we planned our routing based on the fact that there was going to be very little wind when you pass around the top of Colombia on our way down to Santa Marta.
Why?
Because there's catabolic winds, which come in, can turn 20 knot winds into 40 knot winds at a snap of a finger. So if you're walking in with only 10 knot winds, then the most you can get is probably like 30, which we can handle 30, and that's no problem. Right now, it's ideal to go around that corner because it's only 3 knot winds.
But we're what, a day away from
But we're
it?
still a day away from there, so we're barely moving at this point. We also have a similar problem with our engine. I won't call it similar, but a different problem with our engine. We have a temperature sensor for our motors, and one is at 40 degrees Celsius, what the exhaust is for the seawater, and then the other one's at about 57. So it's a big difference between the two. So after a bit of investigation, it's not an oil change, although I can afford to use one. There's an issue with the raw water pump. So basically what happens is if a little bit of air comes through the raw water system, it can have issues with the impeller, and therefore causing bigger issues with keeping the motor cooled down. So what I'm going to do is, I think I know what the issue is. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off that engine. I'm going to turn off right here.
All right, cool. All right, this is all about problem solving, right?
Yep.
We're still newbies. 2 years in, I think you're always a newbie, frankly, but out here, nothing eventful is happening.
After a little digging around and priming the raw water pump, I decided that the next step was to try to change the impeller, which proved to be its own challenge.
Oh gosh, it is really hot down here. Oh my gosh. So last I was talking to you, you thought it was the impeller?
I think so. I just swapped out, I took out the impeller, which took me forever because some sadistic maniac decided to make the impeller swap out like right over here. So when we were in Lagos doing our haul out, we actually had the carpenter cut out the hole, and then with our handy dandy, which you never ever need, but in this case you do, impeller puller. We have one of these, and we were able to pull it out with this. Normally you can get it out with just like a wrench or a pair of pliers, but in this case I needed the impeller puller, and trying to get it in now. I swear to God, I think I've lost like 5 pounds. Everything I gained in the US.
To be honest, I've never seen you with your thick shorts. Those are thick and long sleeve shirts, completely soaked all the way through. Unless you've just come off a run.
I'm completely soaked.
Yeah. You're gonna need a shower.
I need a smoothie. That's what I need.
A smoothie. All right, you got this.
Unfortunately, though, nothing we seemed to do solved the issue. There was still a flow of water to cool the starboard engine, but not enough to allow us to run it for hours on end. So the solution, for now, is to go with the port engine on Friendship, and when needed, like docking, we can use both. In the meantime, the winds picked up as we approached Aruba, and we were doing a comfortable 6.5 knots and 13 knots of wind. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and we've now long since passed Aruba. We thought about stopping in Aruba and making that an interim stop between Curaçao and Colombia, but we heard that there's not really a lot to do in Aruba if you are not looking to go to a casino or a big resort. There's beaches, but we've been to a lot of beaches, and we're ready now for some more culture. It's a whole new season for us. We're now in September, so summer is officially over, although when it's 100 degrees outside, is it still? Is it fall? I think it's going to be always summer for us. But it's now just going to be the 3 of us, and it's going to be interesting to see the whole dynamic work out the way it's going to. I'm excited. I think that we're all going to have our role stepped up a little bit because we just have to pick up the slack. And I'm excited to see how sort of we behave as 3. I'm happy to be back on board and happy to be sailing again. It's been a while.
Life on the open sea is like nothing else. It's as if time stands still for us to sit back and do nothing but be present. The waves gently lap upon the sugar scoops as we glide slowly down rolling waves which serve nothing more than to push us forward and remind us that although we may be the master of our domain on land, there are forces at work on the sea that will treat us with loving kindness if we choose the right weather window. But today will be a day that will live with us forever as cruisers. A first for our crew and something we've been waiting for the last year and for over 5,000 miles of sailing.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. We're eating it for
But it's
dinner.
something. I see it.
You see a fish? No.
Yeah, Largo, gotta get the hook.
Go get the hook, Largo.
And the net. It's definitely here.
Do you need my help?
There it is.
Now, catching a fish sounds like an easy thing to do. You cast a line, you wait for your next meal to magically appear on your boat. Easy, right? Well, not for us. We have caught nothing but seaweed. We were O for forever so far on Friendship, but that was changing.
Nope. Here we go. It's on board.
Woo!
Got ourselves
Oh my
a fish.
God! Oh my God, I can't believe it! The problem is that, although we waited for that day for so long, we never knew what to do when the day happened.
Hook him. How?
There was one thing for sure, that even though we had no clue, and we even had a bit of emotional distress about reeling in our first catch, there was no way that we were letting this one slide through our fingers. But we don't know what to do now.
We gotta...
Oh, holy shit. Holy
It looks
shit.
good.
Look, well, we got a fish. I know I feel bad for him though.
Don't feel bad.
Oh, he's oh.
Okay, whoa, 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 no, no, Largo, get the net.
Hurry up, Largo! Oh no, he's off the line. He's off the line too.
I got him.
Oh shit, how do you know if he's off? Is he still? Oh my.
He's dead.
Oh, he's not! Oh my god, he's not dead!
Alright, so our plan with all this tuna is that we're gonna cut it up into little cubes, putting it in a little egg wash, a little bit of flour, and in a few minutes we're gonna have fried tuna nuggets. We should have our own little pop-up restaurant for this stuff.
Even though Largo protested eating our triumphant catch, Will and I could not help ourselves enough to the batter nugget tuna and quinoa. It's delicious.
Next time sushi?
Yeah. Next time sushi.
Until then.
Until then.
I'll eat the heck out of this stuff.
I'm calling these tuna nuggets.
Largo, what are you having?
Avocado.
Yum.
Now with our Iridium Go satellite link, even though we were 50 miles offshore, we were still able to share in the moment with Avalon. She is still part of our crew, the virtual crew. We caught a fish, Avalon!
I know, and I wasn't even there.
I know. You know what? We're going to freeze some and send it to you at school. Do you have a freezer in your fridge? The trip to Santa Marta is often considered one of the most treacherous passages in the Caribbean due to the shelving off the coast where you leave the Venezuelan coastline and cross into Colombia. So the goal is to time it right so that you can stay within 30 to 50 miles offshore in deep water and avoid the onshore winds and waves. All the while, you want to avoid the compression zones that hover between North America and South America that can also take a toll on the conditions. A ton to think about. Good evening, everyone. This is our second night on the passage. It's around 3 o'clock in the morning. I just came on my shift and Will just went off his shift. So when I went to bed this evening, or went to take a nap for a couple hours, we have lightning on this side and off this corner, but it's way, way far in the distance. We can't even see. We're just seeing kind of the oh my gosh, what's the word? Not reflection, but we're seeing a flash in the distance, but we're not actually seeing the thunderbolts. So from everything we've read and everyone we've talked to, they're typically the storms hover by the coast here in Colombia. So we're way out. I don't even know. I'd have to ask Will, but I think we're about 50. I can look at the chart plot, about 50 miles off the coast. And I'm hoping it's going to stay that way because lightning scares me big time. But if in the event that it gets closer to us, I got to run inside and go put all the electronics in the oven. I'll probably wake Largo up, Largo and Will up to come help me out here. But I think it's far enough that it's probably not going to get to us. Fingers crossed.
Hello from day 3. We are now, I don't know, Sunday afternoon. Our wind is not good. We're only running on one engine and we don't have a good fuel transfer system, so we only have the fuel that's in the tank for the port engine, which means we have to ration our fuel, and we can't punch it to get there, and with no wind, and I don't want to jack up the RPMs. We're doing a slow pedestrian 4.5 to 5 knots of boat speed if we're lucky. It's lately been about 4. I got the sails up because we do have a decent wind angle, and hopefully that we can get some wind assistance to it, but that's about it. Tonight is going to be our entrance into Santa Marta. To be honest with you, I hope that we actually go really, really slow so we can get in around 6 in the morning when the sun's coming up. I know no one wants to go ahead and get that much more time of just motoring, but it'll be a lot easier pulling in the daylight than in the evening. So we're just doing what it is. If we get there at 3 in the morning, we get there at 3 in the morning. There's other boats, other sailboats that are passing us. Sails are down. Everyone's motoring, and it is what it is. Oh my God! Look how bad these things are.
Oh my gosh! So these flags were put up 6 months ago, guys, and the Caribbean has eaten them alive. Look, our LGBTQ+ flag is, and it looks like an octopus.
It looks like it's a lawn ornament now.
Pass it to me.
The U.S. flag, at least you can make out what it is. That's
yeah,
fine.
Right?
It's.
You can still tell it's a USA flag. Okay, Will, so we're going to get a new USA flag. When? Will has a surprise for you guys. Tell them, Will!
Indianapolis Boat Show. We're going to be there October 17th, 18th,
October something.
19th, around there.
It'll be on our social media. We have wanted to do this for the last 2 years, but we haven't been in areas of the world where it's really financially conducive. But we're close now, so we're gonna see you there. Please come to our booth, come pick our brains, come say hi, whatever, you know, bring us a coffee, whatever meets your fancy. Okay, so onto this flag that we'll just replace. It's crazy, right? It looks like a piece of art, so I'm having a hard time throwing it away. When we first put this up months and months and months ago, we got several emails, not several, a lot of emails from people saying, does someone on your boat identify with being LGBTQ+, and that's why you're putting the flag up? So, and the answer is not at this point in any of our lives do we identify as LGBTQ+. We put the flag up because we want anyone who's out in the sailing community or walking down the dock or whatever to know that we're allies and they're welcome on our boat. And then on the flip side, people that don't believe in equality, we don't really want them on our boat. So it's a lot easier if they see this flying up there for them to go, oh, and not get on, than for them to sit down, have a cocktail, and them to say, I don't think gays should be able to marry. And then we have to be like, can you get off our boat?
You know, it's really interesting because a lot of boaters have come up to us looking at the flag going, like Jessica said, are you guys, you know, in the community? And we're like, no, but we do support. And a lot of people said, listen, I stand up for you guys on this because either they have someone in their family and they don't put it up. So we're just, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that we do to identify that, you know, we just care about this world.
Yeah, we care about all the humans in it. And you know what's so funny is right now you almost have an LGBTQ+ shirt on.
You think so? Yeah. This was from your mother. We have matching. We have all four of us have these shirts.
They're super cute.
I know. So Iris, thank you for the shirt. It's really sweaty right now.
It's stinky.
Yeah.
I'm downwind and it's smelly
exactly.
right now. And then there were 3. This is our first sail without Avalon, and it is so weird. Have you talked about this at all on the vlog? About how it's, oh my God, were you crying?
No, it was the middle of the night.
I'm crying, but my glasses are covering it. It's so weird sailing without her. Avalon, if you're watching this, we love you, we miss you. I know you're doing amazing things and life is good for you. And this is not a guilt trip at all, but we do miss you. We miss your funny, dry sense of humor and your desire to eat fabulous food while we're doing crossings. It's weird, guys. It's really weird. I'm hoping during Christmas we can get her on the passage from Colombia to Panama if she's up for it. Avalon, put a note in the comments if you're up for it.
Give me something good. I get wasted on the thought of you.
Looks like the coast of Spain.
It does look like.
No.
This is the land where actually it was first colonized by the Spanish. It's the oldest city in Colombia.
Is this Santa Marta? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what
Santa Marta por control.
Santa Marta por control. This is sailing vessel Friendship. Over.
Yes, Captain. Good morning, sir. This is Santa Marta por control. Welcome, Santa Marta City, Captain. The question, Mister, what is your intention to maneuver Santa Marta Port, Captain? Over.
Santa Marta for control. We are going to be staying at Marina Santa Marta, and we will be there for about a week, maybe longer.
Okay, Captain. Copy that. Captain, the question, do you have any sea crew member will help rolling on board? Over.
No, there is no one who is ill at this moment. Everyone's healthy and fully vaccinated.
Okay, Captain. Thank you for information. Proceeding to Santa Marta Marine, Captain. Contact Channel 72, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for your help.
They just reached out and just to say hi, and then they played a little jingle at the end.
I think that was a mistake on their phone.
Oh, I thought that's quite a welcoming, isn't it?
That was kind of cool. Getting us all ready, Largo?
Yep.
And with that, we have made our way successfully to South America, and for us, a country which will give us the opportunity to get immersed in incredible hiking and a local culture which is as exciting as any other. It's been lovely, but it's time to go.
There's no wind.
There's no wind.
So it's going to be easy getting off the dock.
I'm always excited with no wind.
This
You look
is
like
real life.
a sailing magazine model.
We can get the professional guys to come out here and sort of shoot us. Hold on.
Alright, so what are we doing right now?
Hold on. I'm super sweaty. Hold on. So we're now entering Santa Marta, and Largo stinks right now, so he's going to go take a shower. I've decided just to put on more deodorant. That's
That is not going to work.
That is
Will,
my way of taking care of life.
Will's been doing that for 4 days, and
I've been doing that for like 4 years.
It's not working anymore.